Hi, I'm Mike Matthews, and this is the story of my 50-year career in tennis. And this is a story called I'll Be Back. My tennis career proper started in 1967 under the guidance of two people who were to give me many great opportunities in my life. Along with my sister Jean, I enrolled for group tennis lessons with Lionel and Pat Bradford at the Linkside Lawn Tennis Club in Wanstead. Lionel, who was to become my coach, was a magical man who was simply years ahead of his time in terms of diet, equipment and facilities, etc. Mum and Dad were delighted with our new interest and were quick to see that we both had potential. Jean and I shared a weekly 1-hour private lesson with Lionel at the Roding Valley Tennis Centre in Buckhurst Hill at a cost of £1 per hour, which equates to a sum of £1.05 in modern times. This would, however, have represented a considerable amount of money to a family of such modest means as ourselves at that time. We made rapid progress and I played my first competitive match in November 1967. I was very naive at the time and didn't actually know that it was normal protocol for competitors to hit practice serves during the warm-up. As soon as my opponent began hitting his own practice serves, I started whacking the ball back at him, thinking the match had already started. I was 40 love up before I realised he was still warming up. I learned quickly, however, and played my first proper tournament at Easter the following year, which was the Essex Open tournament at that very same Linkside club in Wanstead. I lost 6-love in the first round of the boys singles to the number 1 seed. And Jean and I lost 6-love in the first round of the mixed doubles, also to the number 1 seeds. There were hours and hours of waiting around for matches to start. It was freezing cold and I refused to wear my normal tracksuit because it had big blue and white squares on it, which in my eyes anyway, made it look like a football tracksuit. In this new environment, I would have been embarrassed by this, so instead, I chose to stand there shaking like a leaf in my shirt and shorts whilst waiting to play. I initially put the shivering down to nerves, but it didn't stop once the tournament was over. A few days later, Dad took me to see the doctor, and I was diagnosed with pneumonia. Many years later, I was to use the experience of this traumatic start to help my own pupils if they were at all apprehensive about playing in their very first tournament. They'd have had to go some to have a worse start than me. It was a nightmare, that's for sure, but I wasn't easily put off. Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't, after all, the first person to defiantly say, "I'll be back."